U.S. and its allies appears to be growing.
And among the many reasons why that sucks, one major thing about war is the billions of dollars going to drones, ships, and now AI companies that'll give us minutes like these. We are going to pay a hell of a lot every single day for the next, who knows, both economically and with real human lives. So with so much up in the air right now, we thought we'd make a quick video to find out just how much it's all going to add up to, and then do a little math to see how we could have spent that money instead. Spent $14 trillion between 2001 and 2021, about $8 trillion of which went to the 9/11 wars specifically. That is more than the wealth of all these billionaires combined. And we can say with confidence that that money was well and truly wasted. Between 30% and half of the $14 trillion went straight to just 5 companies: Lockheed Martin, Boeing, General Dynamics, Raytheon, and Northrop Grumman. The rest was spent mostly on things like taking care of veterans, poorly for what it's worth, and paying back the war debt with interest, which has already added a full $1 trillion to the bill. And for what? The Taliban went from being in charge to still being in charge. Millions of people died, the US is despised by an entire region and much of the world, and it didn't prevent any new wars from breaking out. For more on that last point, see Any News at All?
Alright, so I just want to make this video to kind of get a couple of points across on how our country looks to other countries.
The truth.
Creative imagination began to give form and substance to the new art form called television.
Entertaining, illuminating, electrical window to the world.
That's my guess, if I had to guess. The New York subway system opened in 1904.
Certainly the most important means within the city.
1904.
Almost any section of the city is within easy walking distance of a subway station. And by subway, one can travel to most points in the city, quicker and cheaper than by any other way.
And people think it's just historic looking, like that's just the aesthetic. But the New York subway system's basic technology and infrastructure is actually still just very old.
So here at the West 4th Street Tower, we have a 1930s interlocking machine and indication panel. While safe and reliable, it's an old one.
Some of it is pre-1930s, old.
Located inside the relay room for the West 4th Street interlocking. This interlocking plant is upwards of 80 years old. Reliability is certainly becoming more and more of an issue with the age. It's very hard to maintain. Located in front of me here, actual electromechanical relays that in many respects are the original equipment. Some of it has been refurbished.
1952.
However, it is still 1930s and before technology. This equipment is not supported at all by the railroad industry.
When things break down, they have to fix them in-house because there's nowhere else to get those parts.
This is most important. The cabling that provides this connectivity between the interlocking machine and the relays, as well as the equipment in the field on the actual tracks, is the original cabling as well.
They're not made anymore because they're so old.
A lot of this cable is cloth-covered cable, so there's a lot of risks. If there was any small fire, there's a lot of risk of us losing this
that old
entire
electrical
interlocking
insulation
machine
cloth
because it'd be
catches
so hard to
fire
maintain
very
the
easily,
fire.
and if
There
one
are parts of
fire
it that
melted or
never
caught
moved
fire, then
forward
that
in
whole
time at
thing
all.
would get destroyed.
By contrast, this is a high-speed train that's in the process of being built in Japan. And you gotta watch closely because it's gonna go by so fast you might actually miss it. This train uses something called maglev technology, which is a term derived from the phrase magnetic levitation. There are no wheels on that train. It uses magnets to levitate down the track. It goes at a top speed of 505 kilometers an hour. Or
See, look, that
314
lady right
miles
there.
per hour.
She
Much
wasn't
of it
fast
through
enough, and she
tunnels.
completely
They'd
missed
be
it
able
as
to
it
get on
went
that
by.
train and go from Tokyo to Osaka.
See how
in
slow she's
just
turning
over
her
an
camera
hour.
after it
When
already went
it's
by.
Finished, when this train is finished, it will be the second such train in Japan. But it is going to be one of 8
But
operational
whoever was
maglev
filming
trains.
this camera that we're watching
And
here
there's another
knew
one
how
being
to
built in
catch it.
China right now, so
He
that
watched
would
it
be
go by
9,
perfectly.
But China already has 4 of these trains. South Korea also has 2 of these trains.
Yeah, he got it real
The
good.
first modern working model
She
of
didn't.
maglev tech
She's just like,
happened
wow,
in
it
the
already went by.
1970s. Although other experimental hover train systems were being worked on in France and the UK in the 1960s. Now, this is not to be confused with the monorail, just by the way, which most people think was first built here in Disneyland in the 1950s. But actually, America had multiple monorail systems.
Everybody
back in the
thinks it was
Victorian
first
era,
built in Disneyland.
including
That's the first time
double-decker
I've seen a
single
monorail
that
was
built
at
for the
Disneyland.
first World's Fair in
That was the
Philadelphia
first time I ever saw one.
1976.
But that's not
Boynton's
where it was
Bicycle
originally built.
Railroad, which was on Long Island, and the Meigs
1890s.
Experimental Elevated Railway that ran in East Cambridge, Massachusetts from 1886 to 1894, and then was subsequently destroyed in a fire that has been described as arson.
Arson. Yeah,
First
that's
patent
why
for
the
monorail,
technology
however, dates all
had
the way
such
back to
problems getting
1821, but I digress.
advancing because they always seem to
But my
destroy
point
them by
here is
arson.
just, Asia's in the
Arson and
future with
fires
their
always seems to
transportation.
destroy this
And
technology
here we are
here in the
America,
States.
which is supposed to be one of the
And that's
wealthiest
why we're
nations
so
on
far
Earth,
behind.
and our largest city is still using technology that's basically a century old in our subway systems.
What our riders don't realize, though, is that in our system, it's not just the architecture that's 100 years old. It's a lot of the basic technology as well. The infrastructure is old.
And somehow we're told it just always costs too much. Everything always costs too much. We can never upgrade anything because we don't have the money to.
Why then has high-speed rail, so common in other countries, not cracked in the U.S.?
We do have the money, by the way, for war at any given moment. And to send billions of dollars in aid to 179 countries, to almost the entire rest of the world. But we cannot upgrade our basic systems here, our basic infrastructure here, for some reason. There's always some reason that we here cannot have nice things. It's not ever really explained in a way that makes any kind of sense, especially not now in the 21st century, but here we are, and this is what's going on. Yeah, it is.
Okay, now that I cannot stress that point enough. That's what this video is about. We always seem to have the money for war, but we don't seem to ever have the money to improve our home country. Our subway system is over 100 years old, is clanky, it's reliable, it's still somewhat safe, but it's old. And other countries have surpassed us in rail technology by leaps and bounds, and we're spending our money still on war and not helping our home country. And that's what our country looks like to other countries in the world. We look like we're living in the past. And we have never, ever been more embarrassing looking in this country's lifetime other than right now. We have homeless people. We have people that are struggling to just get by. We have old infrastructure. We are a country. We are looking like a third world country to other countries like China and Japan now. And that's what is our images now. And I don't think people realize it. So hopefully this kind of opens your eyes a little bit.